No parking lots for me tonight. I actually planned ahead and we are sleeping at an orchard. Just gonna pop in this grocery store real quick. Just need 3 things. Gonna stick to my list. 3 things. More than 3 things. Some drinks in there. Off to the orchard. Cacao almond latte. These are so good. Just like an hour away from the orchard. Thank you. Just coming up on it. Flintshaw's Orchard. Flintshaw's. A little cozy. Cozier than it's kind of hoping for with the dogs. So we just got to the orchard. This is a Harvest Host, which is your membership. You pay, it used to be 75 bucks a year. I don't know if it still is. And it's a whole network of like farms and breweries and vineyards and all sorts of places all across the country. So you pay this membership and then you're able to stay at these places for free for one night. It's free, but you're supposed to, you know, support them by spending at least like 30 bucks at whatever they're selling. I've stayed at a lot of breweries and vineyards, a couple animal sanctuaries. This one's an orchard. And it looks really cute. Really, they have like really pretty wildflowers here. I wonder if they sell those. Some of the places will have limited spaces for the Harvest Host guests. This one, the pictures made it look a lot like more spread out. So we have somebody that's pretty close in front of us with the dogs in here. They're very reactive. And I'm gonna put up the window covers to help limit how much they could see, to keep the peace a little more. Their little farm market store closes at 4, so I'm gonna head in. Looks like rain, but kind of makes it look a little prettier. Take the wogs out for a dock. Atticus's leash is red because he's a menace to society. Where are we, guys? Oh, who's the handsome boys? Beautiful out, really nice breeze. Got the moody skies rolling in. That looks fun. That guy, he does not like rain, and I think it's actually calling for thunderstorms. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much because we might sink. Peach jalapeno. Blueberry jalapeno sounds better. Apple cider slushie. I got a cup that it was $10.99 and I can put as many of their fresh flowers in as I can fit, and they give you little shears to go cut them. So I'm gonna go do that. It's harder than it looks to pick out a nice bunch. I felt really bad because there'd be little butterflies and bees and stuff flying around and like eating from them, and then I come in and take it from them. I mean, I obviously didn't cut any that were like had any bugs on them, but they need them, and I just think they're pretty. I didn't feel too bad. I got a whole cup. We have more neighbors. There's a short bus that parked right in front. They're like this close. They had no choice. I'm kind of surprised that the Harvest Host said there's 4 spaces here when really I would say it's 2. Oh, and they have 2 dogs.
One that's 3 legs.
Oh, they got a 3-legged dog. It doesn't bother me. It's just when it makes it a little challenging with our dogs here because they don't like other dogs. I was hoping to be able to like tie them up so they can, you know, lay outside, but we're not gonna be able to do that now if there's dogs this close to us. Still nice, they seem pretty content. Some other things we got some black bean and corn salsa, the chips, mixed nuts, hot pepper relish. What are you gonna do with this? I got these dishcloths since I obviously need more, but I like these Swedish ones. Peaches, a couple apples, some peanut butter and banana, dog treats, a couple flowers. Very fruitful trip to the farm store. Okay, now I need to take these leaves off. Never formally introduced you, sir. What's your name? This is Atticus. He is 10.5 years old. We celebrated his 10th birthday in San Diego. He's a little drugged. He's our very anxious, very reactive, special boy. This is Robbie. Robbie is 11.5. He's a little more independent boy. He's been having some old man health issues recently, so he's slowing down a bit. Yeah, right, buddy. Just had a big day at the vet this week. I'm gonna try this black bean and corn salsa. Made right here on the farm. Gonna make dinner soon. It feels too hot to be cooking right now. I don't know. Kind of weird. Like sweet.
A little too sweet.
Yeah.
It's almost giving like, thought you got the peach.
Right, exactly. That's why I double checked to see if I did get the peach. It is so good. There weren't like, didn't have that sweetness to it.
I don't think it'll slow you down.
I'm kind of bummed. You know, I really like black bean and corn salsa. I've never had salsa that has sugar in it, and it's very, very noticeable. I mean, obviously I still ate like half the jar. Now I am moving on to alcohol-free mojito. I've had like several mocktail brands. I've never seen this one before though. I love mojitos though. This is good. Very minty. This is probably the closest mocktail I've ever had to their alcohol counterpart.
That's really good.
This is
Even the smell was
right.
Great.
All right, Edna's. If you're looking for an alcohol-free mojito, this is the one. Your little tongue. Soup season continues, so we are having chickpea noodle soup tonight. Instead of chicken, we're using chickpeas and a few other ingredient swaps for the traditional chicken noodle soup. And this is kind of like the van version. If I were making it at home, it would do a lot more simmering and etc., etc. But when we're using finite resources like propane, then we're just kind of cutting little corners to speed it up. It's not complicated. You need onion, carrots, celery, vegetable broth, chickpeas, obviously, and I have 2 pints of pastas. I don't eat eggs, so I don't eat the egg noodles. And there's not like an exact shape replacement to like an egg noodle, so we have these trumpets, but they're curly, so I like them. And we have whole wheat orzo. I thought maybe that would cook faster. Bryan, what do you want? This orzo or these little curly trumpets? Curly trumpets it is. The biggest unique element to the vegan version is that we are using soy sauce to give it some, I don't know what it's giving, but it's giving something, because I know it does make a difference when you have it and when you don't. It also calls for fresh thyme and fresh parsley, which the thyme, you know, fine, you can kind of skip it. Parsley is a good ingredient to include I think I'm just gonna have to do dry parsley though. Onions, carrots, celery, supposed to have garlic, also don't have. Oregano, parsley, chickpeas broth, noodles, some soy sauce. This isn't my recipe. The recipe calls for you to pre-cook the pasta and then you just dump it in at the end. So that would require extra water, extra propane. So I'm just gonna throw the pasta in at the end and assume it will turn out right. By the way, thank you for all the love on my last video. The comments were so nice, made me feel good, and I'm glad y'all like the black bean soup. If I knew that many people would like it, I probably would have, I don't know, fancied it up a bit, but I think that's what's so good about it, is that it's super simple. And if you like that, just wait for my lentil soup. I'll put the recipe in the description below. Always keep the carrot skins on. It's where all the nutrients are. Now that all the people left here, we can take the dogs for a longer walk. We're really close to the Mason-Dixon Yellow Loop Trail. Probably hit that tomorrow. Added double the amount of chickpeas because I like them, but I think it's too much because of the size of the pot. I don't realize how many things become a little extra challenging in a van than like you would have expected. Like soup's a very easy meal. One pot, you just throw everything in. But this needs to come to a boil, then simmer, then we'll need to bring it to a boil again. And I've been trying to get it to come to a boil for, feels like a long time. The flame is real small. It's just taking a while just to get to its first boil. Well, might need to add a little broth. I'm gonna bring this to a boil again. All right, there she is. And we have chickpea noodle soup. First reaction.
Hot.
Bryan doesn't like to be on camera, so he'll be the voice in the background. He's usually the funny one. Look at, we're accidentally coordinating. This looks like a tiny foot.
Make one of those Halloween soups.
It was so hot earlier, and as soon as the sun sets, it's like really chilly. By the way, if you watched my last video, that window was stuck, and Bryan just opened it today as if nothing were wrong with it. So, see, just gotta let it simmer. A little backstory, if you don't know, I am getting a new van this fall. It's currently in the process of being built. So I had originally moved out of this van maybe like 2 months ago because I was gonna get it ready to sell. So I took everything out, and then I realized that I didn't want to sell it yet. I started to use it, but I didn't want to move everything back in. Kind of just been like pulling things in as I need it. There's still like a lot of stuff I really need to have in the van, like to get the soup. I didn't have my ladle, so scooped it out with my coffee mug. There's all these like little things that I don't realize I no longer have in the van until I go to use it. Not fully moved out, not fully moved in. It should just be another couple months. I love that I have these flowers in here, but I've just been moving them from here to there, there to here, there all day, so don't really have a dedicated spot. I'm gonna move them so I can wash the dishes. night skincare and morning skincare. And just by separating it has made my life so much easier. We were supposed to come here last night, but I was so sick yesterday. New medication adjustment sick. Just a wild day. In case you're wondering, I do have a full bathroom. It's a wet bath, so that means, excuse the mess, it has not been used in a while, so it's just been collecting dust. Medicine cabinet. This here is a sink. That would go over, but I have not used that once. Seems like more of a hassle than just using the kitchen sink. Got my shower. Ignore all that. Ignore that stuff there. Functioning toilet. It's a cassette toilet. So open this little latch and it goes into like a container thing. Yeah, so it's my wet bath. Sleepy boys. Bed isn't made, but this is a U shape. So I'll sleep there. Bryan sleeps here. There's like their two twin beds, and then the dogs will sleep in the middle. Got their little doggy stairs. Now we're gonna make the bed. Living in a van is non-stop sweeping. Flower shuffle. Good boy. Good boy. Robbie here needs to wear a diaper, and he's not letting us put it on him. He gets pretty aggressive. He tenses up his tail and we can't pry it open. Not really sure what to do because he needs one. Wondering if I just lay it on him. So suspicious. I just kind of get used to him having it near him, and maybe he'll let me put it on him. What do you say, Robs? Huh? No, I don't want to wear one either. Here's my good boy. I think it's time for bed. What do you say, Rob? Rob says it's time for bed. So we will see you tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow. More medicine than me. This actually folds into a couch. But it is the easiest way to get the sheet on. It always takes me a minute or maybe a few hours, maybe even a day to get used to having more bodies in the van. Like when it's just me, I can like move around freely, but when there's other people and dogs, you kind of have to like communicate and coordinate, like which way you going, do you want to come back here, and like shuffle around. It takes me a little while to adjust again. What's on the books for today? Right now I'm waiting for the coffee to brew and then my brain can start processing information and plans. High level, I think we need to leave here, this Harvest Host, at 11. You know, ever since I made my grilled cheese in my waffle maker, and I made cinnamon rolls in here before too, I'm like, what else can I make in here? So I think I'm gonna try to make some kind of turnover with peaches. Bryan will probably be making for real breakfast. He's usually the breakfast guy. Coffee's ready. Which cup do you want, blue or tan? It's starting to rain. Close the skylight. It's really good it did not rain last night like it was supposed to, because we went to bed with the skylight open, and if we didn't notice, that would have been bad. Might need to put on some sweatpants. So cute. Here he comes. It's gonna get heated floors in the new van. Was all determined, like that was a must-have in the new van till I found out how much it was gonna cost. I think in total it would have been like $20,000. I should start trying my little turnovers. I just really want to try it. I got the ingredients. It's gonna be a little breakfast appetizer. Couldn't find the peaches, but they are on the dashboard because why not? Where else do you store stuff in a van? I'm gonna use this for the dough. A frozen puff pastry probably would have worked better. It's too big to keep in the freezer here, and I kind of think this might be good. This is another thing I'm constantly moving, like the sink cover. The new van builders, like I said what kind of sink I want, and they said because of that they won't be able to make a sink cover for it, and I'm like, perfect. It's just another thing to be moving back and forth. The only reason I ever put that on is to have more counter space, but since that one will already have more counter space, I could be done with the cover. Sink's also gonna be over here. You'll see, you'll see. Stick around. I think it's so weird how these cans work. Oh God, that's scary. I don't really know what I'm doing. Mix the cinnamon and sugar together. Sort of looked up a recipe. Splash of milk. Should this be thin, or do I need two and press it together? Channeling my Play-Doh days. Get my peaches ready. I'll be really impressed if this works. Give you a better view. Well, this is no longer a turnover. Should seal it. Shouldn't fill it as much. Messy. Ah. I made it too big. I always forget how everything spreads out. I need to break this in half. This is like rises still. Oh God. Feels good. Trial run. Let's keep that in mind. We've learned lessons. This is the part that had all the excess dough. Needs to look like a uncrustable. Is that what they're called? Much better size. So even this, the fact that this one was overstuffed, it looks and tastes like it wasn't stuffed at all somehow. Where did it all go? Needs more filling. Now that I'm trying to make one. Maybe the puff pastry would have worked better. Say this one turned out the best. Maybe I can put the peach in here. Sun's coming out. Cool bus in front of us. And they had their back doors open last night, and I wasn't looking in. I just walked by, and it looks really cool. It's hard because it's, you know, their home, and you don't want to be peering in somebody's window, but I always wish I could really see all the unique things that everybody does, especially in buses. I feel like they're always super unique and really cool. Bryan's cooking up some breakfast beyond sausage. My cooking motto is whatever's fastest and easiest, because I don't want to be doing it. Bryan actually doesn't mind.
Eggs are next. Just eggs. This is a secret ingredient.
Yeah.
Black salt.
If you make tofu scramble or like the just eggs, black salt, key ingredient, makes it have the eggy taste and smell. Actually, that's if you like the taste of eggs, I guess. Brian's using the leftover biscuit dough to make actual biscuits of sorts, at least.
I'm gonna eat up. Till next time.
Brian's suddenly getting the YouTube bug, I guess. That's twice today I caught him filming himself. It's just, I've never ever seen Brian talk to the camera voluntarily on his own ever, I don't think. You just wait. You might be the next big YouTuber. You'll probably blow up overnight, and I've been doing this for 7 years. We are getting out of Dodge. 11 snuck up on us. It's 11:13, so we just scrambled and washed dishes really quickly. We are driving 5 minutes to the Samuel S. Lewis State Park. This is just to the entrance of the state park instead of the trail I picked out. Brian really wants to go to this entrance. It's beautiful out, really sunny, dry. Can't drive with these in. That's my PSA. I've heard too many horror stories about people getting even in like fender benders while wearing those, and not good. I can barely make it up this hill. It is so cute. These people are doing a photo shoot like right in front of this rock. I'm so nosy, but it's like in a good way. I just think it's really cute. They have like a little chalkboard. I can't read what it says, but it's adorable. And we were actually talking with them because they have an RV, also Pleasure Way, which are actually really nice. Oh, it says peace on earth. I think that's it for their Christmas card. Oh, that's so cute. Well, that was fun. I was telling you about this couple that were taking pictures out there, and they actually asked me if I was busy, if I could take pictures. So I went and took their holiday pictures, and we had a nice chat. They gave us some suggestions on where to go next. Someone left me a comment asking what this was, I think, like that I'm drinking out of. It's just a water bladder that you fill up, and it's got this straw attached, and there's a hole in the backpack that the straw weaves through and comes down, so you just carry your water on your back and suck on the little straw. It's really, really convenient. I think I'll drink more on that. And because of that, I actually drink more water on my hike. So we're gonna go out on this trail. It's not very long. It's just a mile, 1.6 miles. Can't do too long with Robbie. Atticus can probably go for days. But I think it has nice views. No waterfalls or anything like that. This isn't the original hike I was gonna do, which still might do after this. Not really sure where it is, but dog water. Got my little straw. It's kind of overkill with this bag for this walk, but it's just easier to carry all the waters and stuff. Needed doggy water, doggy treats. Just easier this way. Yeah, water. Keys. I'm always looking for my phone, even though it's in my hand. Classic. Let's go. Buddy, I'm coming. I'm coming. He actually walks better when it's just him and Bryan. He's very protective of me. Keep going. Robbie walks so slow, so it's hard to go. I really need to like push myself. I need to get more in shape, like aerobically, cardiovascularly. And with Robbie, like I'm like walking at a snail's pace. I can barely walk as slow as he does. Atticus is more my pace. He's got like the same nervous energy. I always feel like they get left behind, but I need to get my exercise in too. It's a lot more wooded than I was expecting, which is good. I was afraid it was just like a paved the beginning of it was like a paved sidewalk type thing. Getting a little woodsy here. Rob also likes to stop a lot. He's a stop and smell the roses kind of guy.
Me too.
So they're at the same pace. They walk at the same pace. Atticus and I walk at the same pace. So far this trail's a little confusing. It's like you're in the woods and then now you're walking around a playground, now you're on the street. Feels a little random. But supposedly we're on the yellow trail. Come on. Atticus knows of something. Come on, bud. Not much to show from this trail, so here's some cute dog views. I like that they didn't like kill it or remove it, but warned us. There's my van. Hello, Rob. Robbie gets worried Bryan's getting left behind. Just a potty break. Well, I guess I'll need to be doing that soon. Well, we walked a mile. It was 1.6 and somehow we did a mile because it was confusing. Probably could have carried on, but I don't know, once it starts getting like confusing and weird, it just doesn't feel like you can just enjoy the piece as much. There's nice people I photographed. They told us about like a nice waterfront parking spot, so I think we're gonna go look for that. There was the original trail that I wanted to do, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for it. I think maybe it's just a sit by the water kind of day. Taking the very long 6-minute drive to Riverfront Park in Wrightsville. My little passenger flowers. Now, I don't know if you can see it yet, or like way off in the distance is, it's supposedly the longest cement bridge in the world. I think we'll get a better view of it once we get down by the water. Well, we're going over it, even though that was not the plan. I missed my turn. I'll play it off and pretend I wanted to drive across the longest cement bridge just to show you. But here we are. It is actually kind of cool. That's so funny. Yeah, I could be directionally challenged at times. And here's the bridge facing this direction because we had to make a U-turn to go back where I really wanted to go. Here it is, the longest cement bridge in the world that I just drove over. Some soup leftovers, sandwiches. Bryan's a dedicated sandwich maker. There's just things that, I don't know, he puts a little more effort and time into than I would. I would just like slap some stuff on there. He's more of an artist.
I just use more mayo.
Yeah, yeah. We've just been relaxing down here by the water, ate some lunch, and I was just sitting here like with the side door open, and I hear anyone home coming from somebody walking towards us, and I couldn't see, but when she got closer, it was the woman from earlier whose photo I took. They actually live kind of right across the street from where we are, and she saw like the van and wanted to come say hi again, so that was cool. I kind of wanted to give her my address so I can get a copy of the Christmas card, but just to see how they turned out since I was so like involved. I'm gonna head towards a Ram dealer so I can prepare to get an oil change tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. That'll be exciting. Just wave the other vanlifers, whether I know if they can see me or not. Morning. Sorry for the gap in continuity. You didn't miss much last night. It was just another hang out in the van kind of day. I'm alone today. I kicked the boys to the curb. We have a very exciting day ahead. I am getting an oil change. It's about 30 minutes away. Once I get over in that area, I'm gonna see if there's anything around worth checking out. So that means the day is all mine. And before anyone says it, I know I can change my own oil. I know it's easy, and I know it would save me a lot of money, and I know I am gonna be overcharged because I'm taking it to the dealer. I know all these things. It's too much for me mentally. So I am gonna, overpay. I do have another fun harvest house booked this week, and then I begin my way towards Catskills because next week I have something that I think is fun coming up. really pretty, waterfalls. So I'm excited about that. I feel like I've just been kind of like in limbo for the last couple weeks, having to take my son up to college, kind of dictated like that schedule, and then I had to come back, and then I'm waiting on something else. Like it's been me just kind of feel like I'm loitering, trying to find some fun things to do to pass the time until I can start heading up to the Catskills. All done, and actually it was only $71.19. Well, $73.33 because they charge 3% for using your credit card. But that's surprising because I've taken it there before and it was like $101. I actually have a really old video about it, and that's what it's always been. So I'm really surprised that it's only this much. I don't really know why that is. Anyway, happy surprise for me. And now I am gonna go touch some grass in the woods. I'm gonna go for a little hike. It's just really a pull off on the side of the road, but there's like 2 spaces. Oh, are those wild? Oh, I think those are wild blueberries. But I'm always scared I'm completely misjudging. I'm gonna eat a poison berry. All right, let's boot up. It's nice and shaded and it's a little cool today. This one's gonna be a little over 2 miles, but I think it's mainly flat. But I think at the end there's supposedly a pretty lake. I don't know, when the reviews are like, can't wait to come back and have a picnic here. So we'll see what that looks like. I was actually gonna pack a picnic lunch, but I really am not hungry enough for one. I use the All Trails app. There's like a live share option. So you can send it, like I'll have it send a text to Bryan and then he could track me. It hurts. And then he could track me. I feel a little better knowing that because I am so directionally challenged. And sometimes I just like randomly go for a hike and that way he knows he's updated about my whereabouts. Oh, I think we're coming out to some water. Yep. Hasn't really been much else to show you because it's kind of looked like that the entire time. We're really close to some water. Let's go sit by some water and contemplate our lives. Oh, I see a big like heron or something. Oh, nice. Have ourselves a little seat, a little perch. All kind of like broken trees here that can have a little seat, dangle over the water there. Very nice. Oh, there's like a tiny lobster. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know what it is. It looks like a lobster. See, it's like trying to burrow. Right there. It looks like a tiny lobster, about a couple inches big. I can't tell if that's the same one or there's more. Oh, there's a bunch. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I've never seen those before. I don't know, are they crawfish? Crawdads? I don't know. I've never seen those, but I feel like that's what they would be. That's cool. That's cool. I don't know. Something new. I just want to sit here and watch them. Shy little things keep trying to burrow under sticks, so they probably really don't want me to be sitting here watching. I have to walk along, see what else we got. Oh, it's really just pretty and peaceful here. Love it. Ah! I'll walk the perimeter here. Yeah, this would make a great spot for a picnic. Very pleased with this outcome. Good find. I started way over there. It was all the way. Oh, it looks like way back there. Who knew? It's not even far from Bryan's house. Boats. Got my waterproofs on. I used to like bringing home shells and stuff, but then I learned more about leave no trace and not recommended. So I stopped. Looks like some kind of old structure or something, or really just natural rock. Good, that was good. Just what I needed. I needed that more like mentally than well, I needed it physically also, but I think I really needed it for my mental health today. And I'm glad I did it, because what I really wanted to do and had to fight with every fiber of my being was take a nap. So I'm glad instead of napping, I just walked 2.25 miles. And that lake was really, the lake was I want to say hidden gem, but I feel like everyone else knows about it. It was a surprising gem for me. So that was cool. That was good. Good job. On that note, I think I'm going to wrap this one up, but come back because I want to show you where we booked for like the next 2 nights and take you along our trip to the Catskills. So I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. I just remembered I have peaches. All right. See you next time.